months ago, I put a few drops of Monster Energy into my sea monkey tank to see what would happen. It turned my sea monkeys into monsters. They started swimming twice as fast as before and doubled in size to an impressive 2 inches, which is even longer than me. A lot of you left comments though, telling me to add in an entire can of Monster. And well, let's just say it didn't end well. A few months ago, I put a few drops of Monster Energy into my sea monkey tank to see what would happen. It turned my sea monkeys into monsters. They started swimming twice as fast as before and doubled in size to an impressive 2 inches, which is even longer than me. A lot of you left comments though, telling me to add in an entire can of Monster. And well, let's just say it didn't end well. A few months ago, I was recently wondering, here's the incredible sea monkey life cycle. The Sea Monkey's aquarium watch was a novelty item that came out in 1997. It allowed you to transfer, so I guess it must be sexy time? The Sea Monkey's This is the Sea Monkey Speedway, and today it's time for a race. Firstly, I need to fill the speedway with water, but I'm pretty sure Monster will make them swim faster. This race is going to be between a male and a heavily pregnant female. The Sea Monkey Aquarium watch isn't a permanent home for these little critters. I keep them in this larger tank, where I can feed it's like a wedding. The Sea Monkey Aquarium watch. The Sea Monkey's Friendship Locket was a novelty item that came out in 2002. It allowed you to transfer a few of your sea monkeys from their tank into the necklace, so you could wear them around your neck and keep them nice and warm in your cleavage. I put 2 males in here and they started mating, so I guess they must be
best friends.
The Sea Monkey's Friendship Locket here and they started mating, so I guess they must be
Best friends.
Is keeping live animals trapped inside of a keychain a good idea? Well, apparently sea monkeys thought so in 2015 when they decided to release the controversial Sea Bubble. It's a keychain aquarium designed to house your pet brine shrimp. It's somewhat reminiscent of those markets in Asia that sell keychains with live animals trapped inside them. But there are some key differences. The Sea Bubble isn't supposed to be a permanent abode for your sea monkeys. Instead, it's just designed to hold them temporarily for a few hours while you take them to a party, along with your sea monkey's aquarium wristwatch and friendship necklace. So, what do you think? Are toys like this appropriate for brine shrimp? You won't believe what a pregnant sea monkey looks like under the microscope. Fully grown adult, meters long, but her body is still beautifully detailed. This egg sac that sits near the base of her abdomen. The aqua maze is one of the most unusual the year 2000 and featured the weird combination of both an electronic maze game where you have to try and maneuver a small stylus through the maze without touching the edges, and also a keychain aquarium that could temporarily house your sea monkeys. Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking with this one either. The aqua maze is... The Sea Monkey's Pinquarium was a novelty item that came out in 1999. So the sea monkeys from their tank into a portable aquarium that also doubled as a real pen to write with. This item was soon discontinued though, likely because it's super weird, and probably a little bit cruel too. Whoa, guys, you gotta see this. Look at what was going on. And for the first time ever, I managed to capture slow motion video of her giving birth to live babies. You've got to see how cool this pregnant sea monkey looks under the microscope. I'll suck her up with my pipette so we can get a closer look. It's been over 2 months since I did an update on the AliExpress sea dragons. So how's the tank doing? Of the 6 that hatched, 4 of them are still alive. And despite the tiny tank size, they seem very healthy. 1 pair was even mating, and 2 of the females are pregnant. When I started this kit, I thought it would be an utter failure. But to my surprise, it's worked really well. So it gets my shrimpy seal of approval. It's been 2 weeks ago I started the sea monkey tank, and so far, things have been going really well. But I recently had an idea. Is it possible to turn my sea monkeys red? They usually look quite green because of the microalgae they eat that's growing in their tank. So I did a little research and I discovered this. Powdered Hematococcus pluvialis algae, which contains the bright red carotenoid astaxanthin. It's the same compound that gives salmon and flamingos their pink color. But what would happen if I fed it to my sea monkeys? I ordered 1 grain from eBay to find out. The powder looks quite coarse, definitely too large for sea monkeys to eat. Structure into nice small particles that are much easier for sea monkeys to eat. And they did. Almost right away, I could see it filling their gut. My sea monkeys have started their amazing transformation from green to red. It only took about 10 minutes to occur, but the color change was a complete success. Red sea monkeys. I don't really know how this food will affect them in the long term, but for now it looks like they're thriving. I purchased this knockoff sea monkey kit from AliExpress for $4 US, so today we're going to start the tank, if you can call it that. It's a small plastic ball with a yellow bear head on top. This kit doesn't come with much. It has a small packet of salt, a few thousand eggs, and some instructions with poorly translated English. Strangely, there's no food packet included. I get the feeling that this kit isn't really designed to help raise Artemia to adulthood, but rather just to hatch them for fun. I'm still going to give this kit my best shot though, and see if I can sustain a small colony. The first step is to add about 100 ml of distilled water, and then dissolve in the salt sachet. Because this tank is so small, it's probably only big enough to rear a few brine shrimp to adulthood. But as you can see under the microscope, this kit comes with way too many eggs, so I'm only going to add in a few of them. I'll leave the tank on my heat mat now to keep the water warm.
Yeah.
I finally just...
Yes, I love eating humans. What now? Human or alien? Definitely alien. Nice, let's eat more people. I am loving it. Yummy humans, let's get my friend out of here. No, not my friend. He's from Ohio too. But I'm gonna feed up on these dudes over here. I'm gonna load my meat up into this egg. I'm gonna get powered up. Nice, look at me. Come here, man. We're having words. Oh, a big slap-off fight. Get him, we got him. Time for my dessert over here. Let's fill up again. Nice, come here. This beef is delicious. Ooh, piggy, piggy, piggy. A bit of pork never hurt nobody. This game is Alien Invasion, a free game with 0 ads. No.
I finally discovered...
Yes, I love eating humans. What now? Human or alien? Definitely alien. Nice, let's eat more people.
I finally discovered a way to get close-up videos of my adult sea monkeys mating. Whoa, guys, I've just spotted 2 of my male sea monkeys mating. The Sea Monkey's NASA Space Shuttle Expedition tank is incredibly rare. It was released in 1998 to commemorate an experiment where sea monkey eggs were flown into space with astronaut John Glenn aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. After 9 days in space, the eggs were returned to Earth and still managed to hatch, seemingly unaffected by their cosmic journey. So, do you guys want to see this tank in action? The Sea Monkeys... Hey Sea Monkey Talk. Today we're starting a Sea Monkey Ocean Zoo kit. This style of tank has been around since the 1950s and only cost me $15. It comes with the 3 packets we need to start our little shrimp colony. The first contains water purifier salts, the second has eggs, and the third is the sea monkey growth food. There's also a small feeding spoon, which we'll need to use after they hatch. The first step, though, is to add 300 ml of water. Distilled water is best, and bottled water will work too. I wouldn't recommend using tap water though, as it often has other chemicals in it that might not be the best for growing your sea monkeys. Now it's time to add in the water purifier. There's also a few eggs hidden in this packet too, so I'm testing out this AliExpress knockoff sea monkey kit so you don't have to. So today it's time to set up the tank. The side of the box has some simple instructions. We'll start off by filling the small container with water. I'm using distilled because that's what usually works well for me, and I want to give these little guys their best chance at survival. Now I have to add in the first packet, which is called 1 and 2 because it has both salt and eggs in it. I was a little surprised at first when I poured this in. Strangely, the salt sat on top of the water, like a floating cloud which was slowly raining down salt into the water below. It was actually really nice to watch. After it was done, I gave everything a good mix to make sure it was well dissolved. A small tank this size can only accommodate a few adult brine shrimp, and I can already see that there's way too many eggs in here. So I made the decision to remove a bunch of them from the tank using a pipette, to give those that do hatch a fighting chance at making it. It should only take a day or 2 from now. The Sea Monkey Friendship Locker has one feature that makes it quite different from its counterpart, the Sea Monkey's Aquarium Watch. It allows you to switch out the background and customize it with any cool and pop it into the necklace.
See people in me.
It's time for a Sea Monkey tag team race. It's been a week since the last update on this knockoff AliExpress Sea Monkey kit, and somehow this tank is doing surprisingly well so far.